I know it's been a while. Life has been hitting me, beating me up. It wouldn't let me get up. But I'm so happy that you guys actually liked my last video. I got one comment saying, wait, make more. It made me feel really, really happy. And I got 4 new subscribers. My gosh, like I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I had like an hour left, not an hour, but like 40 minutes left of that video. But I was like, I don't know if I want to finish it in case it doesn't do well and then it's too long, people lose interest. So I'm really happy that you guys actually stayed and enjoyed it. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, here's the rest of that recording. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you. Am I the donkey for having my ex arrested at my wedding? Oh, this one's gonna be juicy. This happened 2 days ago. Hold on. I need you. I need you. Okay. This happened 2 days ago at my 28 and my wife 39 wedding. And a lot of people are telling me that I'm in the wrong for having my ex arrested 27. And my wife is saying I ruined the wedding and caused a scene. Ooh. Hold on, I thought everybody would be cheering. Hold on. First, a little backstory on my ex. We were together over 5 years ago for a matter of weeks. I broke things off because I just wasn't into her that much. Oh. She began to pester me over text and social media all the time to get back together or just hook up. This went on for months, and in a particularly weak moment, I gave in and slept with her again. At this point, things got a lot worse. I tried to explain that it was a mistake and I still didn't want anything from her. From then, the messages ranged from abusive to begging me for sex. Eventually, Mr. Dick over here. Holy shit. Do you have like the best dick in the world? Stroking on beat? You know damn well she wasn't begging, bro. Maybe she was. Let me not discredit. But it's just like, huh? Eventually, I just blocked her. From then, she started turning up at my house, work, and social spaces I went to often. She attempted to force herself on me and threatened violence. At that point, I got a restraining order. Okay, fuck her. The hell? Straight to hell. Why didn't she go then? Why wasn't she arrested? Okay. Since then, I haven't heard from her in years. I met my wife 3 years ago, and she is honestly the best thing in my life. We fell in love hard and honestly have a great relationship. We got engaged after 2 years, and 2 days ago, finally had our wedding. The day was going amazingly until a friend of mine, who I'll call Chris, turned up with his plus one, my ex. I spoke to him, and he had absolutely no idea about my history with her. How's he your friend again? When did you meet him? And we tried to get her to leave. After she refused, I decided to just ring the police. 2 officers showed up to arrest her for breaking her restraining order, and she flipped out. She was shouting and screaming, and she hurled abuse at my wife and claimed that we were meant to be together, which obviously distracted from our wedding. Now my wife is upset with me for causing a scene, and a lot of our friends are saying I should have just ignored it and focused on the day because she wasn't causing any problems up until the police showed up. So am I donkey? Edit to answer some questions I've had. My wife knew that I had a restraining order against a stalker. We spoke about it when we started to become serious. Few family members also knew, but my friends didn't, as I never spoke to them about it. Is this for real? Are we for real? Is it true that guys just don't talk to their friends? As I'm editing this video, I realized I didn't mention how they're so wrong for telling him that he's in the wrong for ruining the wedding. You expect me to just continue with my wedding while my assaulter is here uninvited? Not the asshole, obviously. Am I the donkey for leaving a glass pan on the stove and it exploding in our kitchen? Yesterday, I could tell my boyfriend already wasn't in a good mood, but I asked him if he was upset about something and he said no. Okay, I thought, if he doesn't want to tell me, he doesn't want to tell me. Maybe he's just tired or something. We get back from dinner. I'm sorry, I hate people who don't know how to communicate. Let me keep going. We get back from dinner and he is meal prepping for his upcoming work. He travels for work. He rarely cooks, so the kitchen is more run by me. But he could cook whenever he wants. He puts a pot of water on the stove to boil, and we're just chilling on the couch. All of a sudden, we hear this loud bang. There is glass exploded in little pieces all over our kitchen. We look around for a minute trying to figure out what the hell happened. Then we realize there was a glass baking dish left on the stove top from a previous night I had cooked. The dish was clean. I just needed to give it another rinse and put it away. But I had put it there for storing purposes because we have a small kitchen. We realized that he had turned the wrong burner on the stove. He had... I'm sorry. He had turned the burner with the glass pan on it to high and didn't turn the burner with the hot water on at all. Also, he did not notice the glass pan and didn't move it. I take this in stride. I get to work helping him clean it up, sweeping and wiping down the counters. I tell him it was a simple mistake and it could happen to anyone, to show that I wasn't mad and he didn't need to feel embarrassed. He's acting pissed off and giving me short answers/responses, but I figured he was just annoyed at himself for turning the wrong burner on and not paying more attention. I advise him to put gloves on so he won't cut himself with any glass, but he ignores that and does end up accidentally cutting himself. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. He says he's going to throw away all the food he meal prepped because he doesn't want it anymore. In my head, I'm thinking, what an immature response. I get you're upset, but why waste food? But out loud I say, that's a lot of food you worked to make. Why would you throw it away? He doesn't answer. I go out the food in Tupperware and put it in the fridge in case he wants it later. Going about his nightly routine without inviting me to join in, which he usually would. He's still giving me cold and short responses and just not acting loving. All the single people, let's just thank God right now. Hold on. I think I would rather choke. I think I would rather just choke and than to deal with this. Finally, I asked him why he's acting mad at me because I'm thinking surely he isn't actually mad at me and he will clarify he's just in a bad mood. He says he is mad at me. I asked for what? He says because I left the pan there. I apologized for leaving the pan there but said I was confused on why he was mad at me when we both made a mistake that led to it happening. He said he didn't know why he was mad. He was even laying away from me in bed purposefully so we weren't touching/cuddling. And he didn't tell me about his updated travel plans today until I got an update myself on our shared calendar. So am I justified in feeling pissed off? I want to tell him that I don't appreciate him acting like an immature dick, but I don't want to make things worse. I feel like it would have made more sense for me to get mad that he broke my favorite baking dish, but I'm not that kind of person. I don't get mad easily. You are not the donkey. There's something else going on. Things that cheaters do. Okay, hold on. What I'm thinking right now is this is somebody that has been emotionally detached from the relationship. You don't treat somebody that you love like this. And this might be a hard pill to swallow, but if someone truly loves you, they're willing to always meet in the middle. Somebody who looks for an excuse to be upset all the time, they've been clocked out and was already, this is the first sentence. Yesterday I could tell my boyfriend already wasn't in a good mood, but I asked him if he was upset about something and he said no. Okay, I thought, if he doesn't want to tell me, he doesn't want to tell me. Maybe he's just tired or something. Already he was already in a mood about something. Didn't want to tell you what it was. It didn't have anything to do with you. And what do people in a loving relationship do? They vent to each other. They tell each other what's bothering them that day. Imagine you being in a relationship and you not wanting to get something off your chest, knowing your partner will always listen to your problems. And I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, maybe he just doesn't want to burden her with his problems. He's burdening her with bullshit, with literal bullshit, with a mistake that they both made. And he's making her feel guilty about it. The entire, I know the comments. I didn't even read the comments, but I just know the comments are going to be on the same timing as me. Because we are right. You don't treat somebody that you love like this. It just doesn't happen. So he lost feelings. His anger is elsewhere. but he's displacing it on her. Not the donkey, but frankly speaking, I had to let my cat in because she just would not stop yelling at my door. It is entirely the job of the person operating the stove to check if anything is on it that shouldn't be. Not the donkey. He could check that he turns on the right burner before walking away from the stove. Like, literally. The comments are literally on the same page as me, except I personally think there's something deeper going on, but maybe it's because I have trust issues, but yes, definitely not the donkey. Oh, my bad. I was reading this one in my head. Am I the donkey for telling my girlfriend I don't want to hear about her work every day? My doctor girlfriend, working for 4+ years, talks about work constantly, often from the moment she gets home until bedtime. I usually listen and engage, especially earlier in the evening, but late at night, while I was trying to unwind before bed, I wasn't fully focused while she talked about work again. She got upset, and I admitted I didn't want work dominating our conversations every day. Now she's angry and says she'll stop talking to me about work altogether. Okay. I'm 29, my girlfriend is 27. She's a doctor. She's really passionate about her work, which I genuinely respect, but whenever she gets home, she talks about work a lot. Usually it starts almost immediately after she walks through the door. To be fair, at that point, I'm a lot more engaged and focused because it's earlier in the evening and we're actually catching up on our day. The issue is that it continues constantly throughout the night, pretty much every day. I always try to listen, respond, ask questions, etc. But honestly, it feels less like a conversation and more like she's talking to me for long stretches. For context, I'm kind of the opposite with work. I have a work to live, not live to work mindset. So when I'm off the clock, I usually don't want to think about work anymore. Tonight around 11:30 p.m., I was on the couch scrolling my phone and watching YouTube before bed, just trying to decompress. She started talking about work again. I was still listening and responding here and there, but I wasn't fully locked in because I was trying to wind down for sleep. Eventually, she got upset and stormed off. When I went to talk to her, she said, "Why do you act like you care when you clearly don't?" I told her I was still listening, but I also wanted to relax and mentally settle down for bed. I also admitted something I've been feeling for a while, that I'd prefer if work didn't dominate our conversations every single day. I told her I understand it's interesting and it's important to her, but I like us to talk about other things too because I don't really enjoy hearing about detailed work talk constantly. Now it's 2 a.m. and she's still angry. You're not the asshole. Hold on.
That is not.
Let me finish reading because obviously I'm not done. Said she just won't tell me about work anymore and that she'll either write it in a diary or find someone else to talk about it. She's currently choosing to sleep somewhere else. I feel bad because I know she probably just wants support after stressful days, and I try to give that to her, especially when she first gets home. But at the same time, I don't think it's unreasonable to want some balance in our conversations, especially late at night when I'm trying to unwind. You're not the arse, bro. You are not the donkey. You are not the donkey. You are not the donkey. Okay. This one, I'm not gonna lie, from the beginning, why I just immediately started reading it without even like saying the title. I feel this. I feel this one on a deep level. Okay? I have days at work I want to talk about really bad. But what do? I chop it up to the parts that I could tell someone because I don't like one thing about it is work is work. At the end of the day, we have to do this to survive. None of us want to. I know I'm not all about my job. I've had so many jobs just trying to survive. As soon as I turned 16, I was in that old Navy. Okay? I was working away for all of those $10 an hour. I was. Hashtag needed that, okay? Like all you have to do is communicate at the end of the day. But I feel like he's more of a, I want to make you happy. And going back to the boundary setting, a lot of people feel uncomfortable saying like, hey, this routine we have of talking about your job the entire day, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it kind of drains me. I love hearing about your work, but it drains me at the same time. And when we're home, I just want to relax. Can we can we have a set time to talk about this and a set time to, go to sleep? I feel like anybody would understand that instead of letting it get to the point that she thinks that you're interested when you're clearly not, and you putting on a facade being like, no, I'm interested, and then like not really being interested in not paying attention and then she gets mad about it. I feel like a lot of this is not communicating. Why can't people communicate? Why is it hard to say, hey, can we like not talk about this throughout the night? I feel like that would solve a lot of problems. I don't think anybody would be mad. The way he worded it, like, yes, we definitely see your side and we agree. Nobody would want to talk about that. And somebody should be considerate. Some people, they don't know. They don't know if you don't tell them. So people should really, we should all just practice actually saying what we feel. Okay? You'll you'll be much better in the long run. Your partner won't be having to look at your facial expression and guess what you're feeling. You should just let them know right off the bat, like, hey, you're saving everybody's time. You're not wasting nobody's time if you're just transparent with it, is what I'm saying. Because she's probably thinking, oh, he's really into what I'm saying. Oh, he's really, he likes this. Yay. Communication. I need to be a therapist because what is this? The world needs me. But yeah, let's read the comments. She's a doctor at 27. How long has she been working as a doctor? It sounds like she's excited to share her passion with someone that supports her. All day, maybe not. Make a rule to not talk about. Yeah, yeah, literally. Yeah, because the way he worded it too, everybody's like, yeah, she's just like, just, she's probably just angry, but sometimes the reason why people get really upset about certain things is because they're thinking one thing, and if you're thinking a whole other thing the entire time, it's really heartbreaking. Like nobody deserves to feel like they're a burden in their relationship. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It would really help me grow my channel and like just be more consistent. Yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I probably said that already, but I really, 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 really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Um, yeah. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Am I really close to the mic? Can I do ASMR? Do you think I'm able to do ASMR? Would you guys like to hear ASMR from me?